Being a promise keeper is important to the self-esteem, to the development of that child, to them having a self-awareness of who they are and their own importance. You could tell them you love them and how special they are all you want to. But if what you're showing them is something completely different, that's the message they're going to get. More is caught than taught. You can teach them, you can tell them over and over and over again, I love you, I love you, I love you. It's just like us in relationships as adults. You could be in a romantic relationship, and if somebody is telling you they love you, but not showing you that they love you, you don't feel like you're loved. You could tell that child how important they are, but if something else always comes up that's more important than that child, they don't feel important. They have to take a priority. Now, none of us are perfect. None of us can say that we always keep our promises. I hate always and never anyway when you start talking about relationships and different things like that, because you can never always something and you almost never something. There are exceptions to every rule. But if you can make promises that you know you can keep, and then if you can't keep them, be accountable. Be accountable. Sometimes things come up and you just can't deliver. You can't make things happen. My daughters came to me probably a year or so ago, and they said to me, and you all know my story. I have four kids, two sons, two daughters. There's a 10-year gap between my youngest son, two boys are the oldest, and my oldest daughter. So it's like almost having like two different families, kind of raised almost two different ways. Boys is a whole different dichotomy and how you react and interact with them versus the girls. My late wife passed away when the girls were 9 and 11 years old, so they were very young, and I raised them as a single father all of that time. So they came to me, the girls did, and they said, Dad, growing up, you never not delivered on a promise. Okay. And I just talked about never and always. I don't believe I never delivered on a promise, but that's what they remember in a loving, caring way. They can look back on their upbringing, even losing their mother, as traumatic as that was, and still find a silver lining in it. I said, Dad, you always delivered. You never said to us you were going to do something and you did not do it. And they said, even when you couldn't do it right then, you would say, well, wait until I get paid, or wait until this time of the month, wait until this time of the year. Funny story one time. And this is one where I did not deliver. It was a joke, and maybe a bad joke. They wanted a dog. They wanted a dog really badly, a little puppy and everything else. And it was probably at the end of the school year, May, June time frame, late May, early June. And I said to them, okay, we'll get a dog on September 31st. And these girls were excited. I can't remember how old they were. They were excited all summer long, thinking about getting this dog on September 31st. They go back to school September, and I don't think they ever looked at the calendar until we were in the middle of December. And they're like, wait a minute, there is no September 31st. And no, there's not a September 31st. That was me playing probably a harsh joke on them. So that was one time I didn't deliver. But they were saying that I always delivered. Even if I told them they would have to wait for another time to come along, or a more opportune time to do whatever it was they wanted to do, or I would tell them, listen, I don't have the means to make it. I don't have the means to do it. We can't do that right now. I don't see how we're going to be able to do it. I tried my best never to make promises that I could not keep with my children.